you've ever been to a steakhouse and you've wondered how is it that they get this steak so perfect, the perfect crust, that juicy, just flavorful inside that's nailed the right temps. If you've not been to one that's nailing the temps, they're probably not that fancy of a steakhouse. This is their secret. They have broilers that go over 1,000 degrees. This is a 1,500 degree stainless steel Bigfoot infrared broiler. And you can't get that hot with cast iron. You're not going to get that hot on your stovetop. It takes something like this to get that hot, and this brings restaurant quality heat to something that's portable and you can take outside and cook anywhere. You can take this to tailgates, you can take this thing to camping, or you can do it like I am right here on the back porch. And let's dig in and see how this beautiful steak dinner came to happen. Because it was pretty much unplanned, probably because my wife isn't here to help me plan it, and so I just kind of, well, you'll see. So if you've ever eaten at a fancy steakhouse, there's something they have that you don't, and it's not your average grill, your cast iron skillet, your stainless steel pan, or even the open fire for a lot of them. It is a infrared broiler, or some kind of broiler that can get above 1,000 degrees. So no matter how hard you try, you're not going to get that crust. You're not going to be able to hit it with as near of high a heat as they can hit it with unless you have something like this. And this thing is extremely portable, it's extremely easy to take, and it does more than just steak. Because of the different levels, the 10 different levels for your trays, you can do everything from pizza, which also is typically cooked in a salamander, but a lower heat one, to roasted vegetables. And there's no flare-ups or anything like that because the heat comes from the top down. All those juices run down into this drip pan, making the perfect place for your savory butters, your herbed butters. So we're going to do a little bit of a garlic herbed butter. I've got some garlic here. The wind is blowing. I'll put my knife up on the paper here. And got cutting boards everywhere. We're just going to simply salt our steak to start with. And these are some beautiful, thicker steaks. I wish that I could have got these cut to my exact liking at the butcher shop, but I did not get there in time and had to just take what they had on the shelf, but these are still some beautiful ribeyes. So some good generous salt. We are not even going to pepper these because this high of heat, we're not going to scorch anything. We just want this salt in here, and then I'll flip these guys over. Get some salt on the other side. Everything here is going to cook, so I'm not super worried, but I will run inside and wash my hands after this one part. I probably will reuse the salt, so I don't want to dip my hand down in there. Get it down on my paper here. We'll just roll this in the salt. That's really easy. Pick up any salt. There we go. Salt it all the way around. That's pretty good. Dump some on here. The good thing about dumping it on the table is you can only pick up what the meat will pick up, so you really can't get too much that way. Alrighty, I'll be right back after I wash my hands. A really big thank you to Bighorn Outdoors for sponsoring today's video. I have been waiting to open this thing up, and I'm very excited to get my hands on it. It's a very big day for me whenever I'm getting any kind of little toys for my kitchen. I have to say that I'm quite a fan of the gadgets, and this one is not your average gadget. Stainless steel racks. Stack these up over here. Have an instruction manual that I intend to at least glance over before I complete everything here. Got a pizza stone here because this thing does just about everything from high heat grilling to making pizzas. Got us a drip tray, catch all them good steak juices. I'm about to do something you probably didn't know guys actually know how to do, and that is, I'm just going to glance over these directions real quick before I turn this thing on. Since it does get to 1,500 degrees, we want to make sure that I ain't messing it up. Oh, that looks pretty simple. I could have figured that out without having to look at these, except for that one piece. Okay, now, if you've been around when salamanders first came out of these infrared broilers, they have come a long ways. This is all small enough pieces to go in your dishwasher, and that makes this so easy is because these pieces come right out for easy cleaning, and it's so simple that anybody can put it together. Even I could figure it out. And I didn't even read the whole directions. Just clap that in over there. Clip this in over here. There's 10 different levels for our tray, depending on how close you want to be to the broiler, which determines how hot it's going to be. Then we have this little front table for as we're sliding out, we're not going to drip any juices on our countertop here. Let me push this back a little bit. Just sits right on there perfectly like it was meant to be there. We have our drip tray, and then we have a heat shield to reflect that heat back up on there. And then we have our trays. These are reversible. Either side works. As far as this thing clips on this side or on this back side. And this is a handy little holder to keep you from getting burnt because you don't want to touch these trays. Then we have a lower tray for our vegetables and stuff like that. And we have our top tray that's going to slide up here for our steaks. Ribeye is probably going to go right there on that top shelf, get as close to them broilers as possible. And should you be cooking pizza, have a pizza stone. This is the same size as my pizza oven, which is also from Bighorn Outdoors that I showed you guys earlier in the year when we had our family pizza night. You can click my link below and use my discount to save money on getting your very own Bighorn Outdoors infrared grill. I can promise you, if you love to cook or someone else you know loves to cook, you are going to have a lot of fun. If you just have half as much fun as I had with this thing, you're going to really enjoy this purchase. Now, to get the maximum flavor, I'm using USDA prime beef. It just does the best if you're going for a high-end steak. I've got a little bit of thyme, a little bit of rosemary, some garlic. Let's smash that. Making a bit of a mess, but not trying to. And I'm just going to let them sit there with that butter. Sometimes I will throw these on the top if they aren't getting enough and just slide them up there for half a second. You do not want to touch the outside of this. It is 1,500 degrees on the inside. Around here, it still can reach up to 212, over 200 degrees. It can reach up on this side down here. So you do want to keep your hands clear. I was surprised how small this was because you could actually pack that in the car to go camping. It goes everything from tailgates to camping to cooking on the back porch. Whatever you need at multi-different levels, it does it all in one tiny package here. Let's get some butter in there. Now, we like a lot of butter. I mean, if you're going to make a good steak, you can't go wrong with a good herbed butter, so we want a lot of butter in there. We just want this to bubble away. What do you say? Don't be stingy. Put that up in there. Then we'll throw some herbs in there, a little bit of thyme. You know what? Let me do this the safer way, like a professional should, and pull this out a little bit. Pull that out, let that get in there. Then I'm going to throw in my ribeye. That thing should have preheated about 3 minutes or so. We got probably another minute or so. We'll let it preheat a little bit. Now, because this thing can do just about anything, I thought about doing either some mushrooms or some carrots or some corn. I have some carrots I think I'm going to reheat in here, but I thought it would be cool to sear some corn, and I had seen somebody else do something similar to this, and I thought, why not try it? This would actually be pretty good. Half down, I'm going to sprinkle these tops with, I probably should have peeled them the regular way and then halved them. Let's try that one on the next one. Forgot how all these, wow, for somebody that grew up eating corn straight out of the garden, you'd think I'd remember how hard it is to pull all these little hairs off of them. Oh, I can hear that butter singing in there. This is going to be so good. So while this is good as hot, let's roll our steaks in here. I'm going to pull this tray out. It'll balance itself there. We're going to put these right at the top for ribeye because we want these to be as close to that broiler as possible. Oh, wow. That grate is searing instantly. Hey, Siri, set me a timer for 90 seconds. I mean, that's how quick this thing, you're talking about 90 seconds in. We're going to be pulling these out and they're going to be seared. All these juices dripping down here mixing with our herbed butter. This is going to be something amazing to pour over top of here. So we're about 45, 50 seconds in now, and I just want to show you where we're at. I shouldn't be doing this, but I just want to show you where we're at 50 seconds. Already just getting a beautiful sear. Here we go, flipping these right at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and we're going back into the other side. Hey Siri, set me a timer for 70 seconds. I got my thermometer. Let's check how hot they are after literally 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's unbelievable to me how fast this thing cooks. There's our timer. Now I could absolutely throw multiple things in here at once, but I want y'all to get the full effect and see what I'm doing. So look at there. Now, we're gonna check our temp, bring it over here, hit it with a thermometer in the side. Interior temp is still 68. So that's gonna give us just beautiful, beautiful banding. It's not gonna band too far. Look at that. All we're gonna do is we're gonna move this down here and just let it continue to cook till it hits where we want it to. It's down a lot lower. If we wanted, we could even throw a little butter on top of it. A little butter on there and let it melt off. Don't leave this stuck in there. It will get hot. It is metal. Keep it over here beside you so that you can put it in there as you need to. Now, we could go ahead and cook our fillets while this is going on, and we do want to, it turns out. So here's this tray. Now, because these are thicker, I'm going to move these down to rack number 2. We'll slide these in right here, and we'll give them, hey Siri, set me a timer for 80 seconds. A little bit thinner, I'm gonna give them a little time there. We've got 80 seconds on there, and then I'll clean off this cutting board real quick. The steaks haven't been directly in contact with this because they had the butcher paper down, but I still wipe it off anyways, just because. Beautiful cutting board. Can't wait to put my steaks on that thing. Okay, we have our corn now, and I have pop this off. Now, it does not take long. We want to keep an eye on these steaks, make sure they aren't temping too high, and we're close. Let's get them off of there. So literally, we're not even at 3 minutes yet for these guys. Slide that back in. Let's pull this out up here. Look at this beautiful crust. I mean, just look at that. Get a look at this crust, man. And this crust here, I mean, this is just, that's truly like you went to a fancy steakhouse. Flip that thing over. On the underside, it's still raw. barely any gray around it. This is how you're gonna get a perfect, I almost touched it right there. I could feel how close I was. This is how they get perfectly pink in the middle with perfect crust on the outside. We don't want to put too much heat in here, so we're just gonna go with our corn lined up here. Oh, forgot to cut that one in too. Look at here, Daddy. We'll get some of this butter. I shouldn't be doing this. Do not do this at home, guys. I left my little brush, so I can't get that butter, so I just grabbed some herbs to brush it with. Probably won't add much, but had to get some butter on there. We'll get this up here, right up under that tray there. I could use another minute. See if we can go a little higher with it. Wow, 70 degrees in the middle still. You could actually do blue rare, seared with blue rare in this thing. That's unbelievable. And our corn, look how beautiful the corn is getting its little bit of browning on the top of it. Quite honestly, I could just sit out here and cook with this thing all day just to enjoy watching it cook food. I mean, it's so fast too. I mean, we're less than a minute in. You're probably not going to have much editing to do on this, Dan, because you're not going to be able to cut it. Everything moves so fast. Move it down a couple blocks here. Woo! Just getting close to there. I can feel the heat from them burners coming down. That's what we like. That's what we ordered. Just what the doctor ordered. 82. I will say one of the most thoughtful parts of this is this little landing pad area here. I had a previous salamander, and with it, you're coming out, you're splattering stuff on the table right there. This makes it so nice. You've got that little landing area right in front of it. So convenient. And the fact that all of this, I mean, you're looking at the splatters and everything. I know that I'm going to be able to put every piece of this in the dishwasher as soon as I'm done. Throw it in there and pull it right back out to cook the next time. Look at this corn. I mean, that just truly looks gorgeous. Let's put some of that up here. What I should do is I should honestly, instead of a family pizza night like I did with the last one, I should just do like a family, I should just do like a date night for Whitney. Put the kids in, bring Whitney out, do a little date night. This would be perfect for that. You know, what else can I cook on here? Broccolini. Let me go get some broccolini. I'll be right back. How much broccolini should I cook? And don't say all of it. That's a good little piece. Let's trim these ends up a little nicer. Got stuff sitting everywhere. I didn't know how much fun this was gonna be. I'm kind of getting carried away over here. Put these broccolini right here. And I'll put the ones I'm cutting right over here. Oh yes. Trim that, look a little nicer. Oh yes, oh yes. I didn't think of this, but if you've got a man you're getting a Christmas gift for that loves to cook, or hey, I don't care if you're a man or not, if you love to cook and you like high quality, steakhouse quality steaks, and you're looking for the perfect Christmas gift, you might be watching exactly what you're looking for right now. This thing right here is going to be a world of good food for your family and loads of entertainment for yourself, because there is something pleasurable about searing anything under some high heat and playing with fire and cooking, man. This is as good as it gets. So glad I had this broccolini. You know what else I could do? I could throw like some mashed potatoes. I've got some mashed potatoes we made for another meal. No, leave it. Hey, I tell you what, get me a ramekin, a white ramekin.
What's a ramekin?
One of my white little oblong bowls like that I make creme brulee in. Get one of them and fill it up with the mashed potatoes in the fridge. I know that steak is ready now. Let's get that out here. Wow, we are close. Our herb butter is browned. Oh, I can turn it down to low. I've been rushing at 700 miles an hour. You can actually turn this thing down while you're at it, it turns out. I don't know how low is. Some salt on this. Should have drizzled some butter on it, but oh well. Could dip it in the butter. Not an orthodox cooking method, guys. Don't know why, but turns out you can do it like this, I think. Let's get this broccolini in here. Sear this off on about hot number 6 or 4, whatever that is, whichever way you're counting. We'll just wait till that browns and then let's have steak dinner. Oh, look at this browned butter with that seared garlic in there. Wow, that is gorgeous. I can't wait to plate this up. Okay, have some old mashed potatoes. Not old, okay? I have some yesterday's mashed potatoes. We're gonna do a twice baked potato filling thing here. Let's see what we're at now. Okay, gonna pull these guys out and they are perfect. I mean, look at that crust. Might have even ran off a little too soon. Okay, I have some mashed potatoes. Let's heat those up in there. Maybe a little slab of butter on top. Oh yeah, a little butter. Maybe I could find some cheese to grate on there. We'll start that second. Just stick them down there low. Look at this. Just look at this. I'm gonna flip this broccolini just a little bit to get a little char on the other side. This is just, I don't think I ever need to go to a steakhouse again. Whitney might disagree for the ambient. For the food quality, I bet you'll never get this good. I don't think I've ever seen broccolini looking that good at any steakhouse I've been to. Oh, our potatoes are looking nice. Let's grate some cheddar cheese over these guys. If this looks awkward on camera, it is only because it is. I can tell that this is going to be a lot of entertainment for me in this house. Is that going to fit over top of them broccolini? Wow, that was a tight shave and it made it. Get these broccolini. Let's see what they're feeling. Oh, perfectly tender. Broccolini are ready. I hadn't even thought about what I'm going to do for plating this yet. Thankfully, I have these potatoes. I better move them potatoes down. Look at this. Look at these things bubbling up. Let's clean this off and let's make some plates. So I forgot, you do, because we didn't put pepper on before, we don't want to scorch it. We do need to hit these with a little black pepper. Just give them that. Oh yeah. Oh, hallelujah. This is going to be good. Okay, so plating this up, I'm going to take some of this rosemary, this butter, and I'm just going to brush it onto these steaks, this rosemary butter, this garlic butter. Oh, that's good. I'm just going to keep them wet until we're ready to serve. They should have temped by now. They've had it's honestly only been about 3-4 minutes, maybe a little longer talking. I don't know. I'm not a good judge of time now. But it's not been a huge long amount of time. Oh, that time would have been good. Talk about time. It's not been a huge amount of time that these have been out of the broiler. They've barely had time to rest while everything else cooked. So let's plate something up. Oh, let's hit this corn with a tiny bit of butter and smoked paprika. That'll add a little bit of flavor to it. So let's hit that with a little butter. Let's pop it on here. Now we're just going to come through and just barely reheat it here. I wonder if I can touch these. Nope, they're still hot. I know what I can do though. Now just a little sprinkle of paprika. Just add a little smoky flavor to them. That's going to be so good. I kind of love the times that I just cook for the love of cooking and don't really wonder about what I'm making. I just kind of play with it till it goes. So let's make one with a beautiful piece of this ribeye right here. Let's pick this one because it's kind of the fattest of them. And let's get us some mashed potatoes down. Oh wow, cutting through that crust. That cheddar crust from that broiler is just truly epic. Truly something epic. Cheddary mash. That is something heavenly right there. Don't show that down. No finger licking in the episode because we're at a steakhouse. Even though this is my plate, I should be able to lick my fingers. And then let's grab some broccolini for the plate. 2 pieces of that corn. That grilled corn there. Ho, ho, ho. Would you look at this? This is the real moment of truth. And we're going to see if I hit this right or not. Let's just cut this thing right in half. Ho, ho. Would you look at that? See how minimal this browning is down here. You have just a very thin band from the outside of the heat. Inside here, we're this beautiful medium rare all the way across. You can't just get that perfect every time. It is just, wow. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know if you can see in the direct sunlight how beautiful that is. Let's go ahead and cut this one too. Let's hit this fillet. And I don't know how you can see, if you can see this or not. I don't know if you can see it. The gray on this is even shorter of gray before you get to this red. Just super tender, super flavorful. Let's get this plated up. I shouldn't have cut it right through the middle because I should have started on one end. Now this is the best part of a ribeye. This up here is kind of that cap. And it's just loosely grained. It's the best flavor. If you're eating a ribeye and you're splitting it with your wife, most of your fancier steakhouses are going to cut it right here in the middle for you so you both get some. But if you're a real gentleman, you'll cut this cap off and give it to her. If she doesn't appreciate good steak cooked medium rare and she wants it well done, you probably need to educate her before taking her to a fancy steakhouse and having to give up your fancy cap. Wow, that's always, wow. Would you just look at that? Let's take a couple pieces of the, oh, this is just truly beautiful. Fitting this on the plate is going to be wild. Now, let's drizzle that with a little of our butter here. And I've got my corn there. Look at this. This is just truly I'm just going to take some herbed butter here, and I've got some herbs to rub my herb butter with, and we're just going to rub it all over here. There we go. And now I'm just going to hit this with a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Give me another broccolini in there. And a little bit of flaky salt. Now, Dan, that right there is a plate to be proud of. Now, this is the real moment of truth. Just as I was finishing this up, Whitney magically drove up the driveway coming home. How's them nails, babe?
They're good, and I had a little.
Ooh, the little shimmer.
That looks really good.
You've got to taste this. Okay, you're not gonna believe it. So this is my cheddar mashed potatoes.
Okay. Ooh,
crispy.
Okay.
Check out this steak. Now this steak.
That's good.
This is gonna be better than any steak you've ever had. Just taste it. Just tell me. Ate it yet, and I already know it's good. I can just tell from the outside.
That is probably the most juicy,
tender
piece of steak.
That is so good. Hey, taste this corn.
Have you tasted the corn?
I have. I've ate the other 2 pieces of corn. Is that not amazing?
That's really good.
It literally just falls out of the thing. And then broccolini. I love this. You don't love this as much.
Oh, that's so good.
Steak.
Real bad?
Lily hit me with that. That's not good. Scout be good. The mailman's here. The kids are upset, but the food's good.
That is good steak, man.
And that's what matters. Steakhouse quality steak. Steakhouse quality entire dinner.
That's better
right
than
in
a
your
steakhouse.
backyard. Better than a steakhouse. She said
That
it.
is so good.
Check out the Bighorn 1500 degree portable infrared broiler, and with my code, you're going to save money.